What's petitioning the court to legally be a deadbeat is so...
Okay. Like, I like that. I like that. The way she said, Annie Edwards petitioned the court to be a deadbeat. But yet, deadbeats don't take care of their children. But yet, he's paying to take care of the child. He's paying to take care of the child. Like, I thought they took deadbeats to court and took child support out on them. You know what I'm saying? But he went to court himself. He was in court and told him himself that he wanted to pay the child support in full. So how is that a deadbeat, man? I don't get women's logic, man. I mean, I don't get their logic. A deadbeat, but yet he's paying for his child. And he also gave that woman enough money to go get an abortion. He told her, I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want nothing to do with this child. That was just a thing we did. I didn't know you was going to get pregnant. I wasn't trying to do that. But here, take this money, more than enough money, to go and take care of that. But she didn't. She had the child anyway, knowing that Anthony Edwards didn't want anything to do with the child.
Those texts between Aisha Howard and Anthony Edwards, ooh, child, hello? Oh my goodness, y'all really be out here dealing with fucking demons.
Girls and kids and you too.
A lot of you girls think you need child support, but you really need to be arrested for child endangerment, child neglect, because you knew that man didn't want you. You knew that man didn't want that baby. You knew that man was a narcissist, and you had, so you...
Hold on, wait, one more time. Do y'all even know what a narcissist is? Do y'all know the definition to a narcissist? When that girl got pregnant, she probably thought she was all that and a bag of chips. Thought highly of herself. She thought highly of herself when she got pregnant. She's closer to the narcissist, because that's what a narcissist is. Someone that thinks highly of themselves. Someone that thinks highly of themselves. If he thought so highly of himself to be a narcissist, he wouldn't have wanted to pay for what he did. The way I see it. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Telling me you wanted your child to have a father that's a narcissist?
How many children do you have?
23.
Check.
22 baby mother. Real bad man.
Or NBA players slow, like it's like they got a pure obsession with like messing with like girls that like the whole industry done ran through. I'm pretty sure it's regular guys like you and me that hit just off the game. These dudes are some lames. They giving up thousands. Look at DeAndre Ayton smiling like he just doing some live stuff, bro. These girls that got clips, movies, probably more.
I can't call them lames. Can't call them lames. He probably just called them lames because he can't do it himself. Can't call them lames. They got the money. They wanted to spend their money that way. It's their money. They can spend it any way they want to, like they say. Her body, her choice. His money, his choice, right?
Multiple guys at once, but you a lame. These dudes in y'all same locker rooms that are probably went crazy on this and y'all marrying them, put kids in them, sending them K's. And it's no knock to the females. If y'all can catch a lane, bro, catch a lane and do what you do.
But I know you guys have heard about this Anthony Edwards situation. And I do like the way this young man plays basketball.
Me, myself, I think he unlocked the cheat code. That's the cheat code, man. That's the cheat code. Like her, I'm paying for everything. My thing is, You gave her that money in a lump sum. She wanted that money. She's probably gonna spend that money by the time that little girl or little boy, she had the baby. By the time the baby is a good 8 or 9 years old, that money's gonna be gone. Probably before that. That money's gonna be gone. And wasn't the money supposed to be for the child? I mean, that's what it's called, child support. They don't mean go out, buy bags and cars, because that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna buy bags, all these expensive bags, and expensive cars, expensive house, and before you know it, she's gonna be right back somewhere on the internet talking about it, trying to squeeze some more money out of Anthony Edwards. But he went through the court system, paid it to the court system. The court system cleared him, because she's not gonna get that whole $2 million. She's not gonna get that whole $2 million. They gotta have their half, so she'll probably get $1 million of it. And that's what women don't understand. She heard that $2 million and probably jumped on it. Yeah, woo! Not thinking that they got to get their half. They got to get their cut. They got to pay themselves.
You remind me of the way Michael Jordan, attacked the rim. And I love his game. But I got to admit, the next time I see him play, but I will look at him a bit different. You know what I mean? Like, I will say to myself that, man, he can ball, but boy, is he a fool. Because he have started a whole lot of conversation online when it comes to modern pop-up.
See, man, why does he got to be a fool? Why do y'all got to talk bad about that man? Because he did what he had to do. He made a mistake. He paid for it. So why? Me, myself, I think it was a smart thing. Because, I mean, don't he got a baby somewhere else with some other woman? He got a family. So why not pay to keep that away from my family? At least the other woman, because a woman like that, that's a vindictive woman. He gave her money to go get the baby aborted. She took that money, and with that money, she moved out to California to try to get more money for child support. But the judge was like, nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. You gonna get Georgia child support. So, and y'all talk about this man, but he did what he had to do. Y'all calling him a deadbeat, but deadbeats don't pay for their children. He paid for the child. He told the woman he didn't want to be there. He gave her the money. See, that's why. Me, myself, I think that's an extra right. I know it's an extra right that women have that men don't. And women want to say they're oppressed, but yet they have more rights than men have. Because he said he didn't want nothing to do with the baby. Here's $100,000. Go take care of it. And she decides, no, I'm going to be vindictive. I'm going to be a narcissist and think about myself. Because she wasn't thinking about the baby. Couldn't have been thinking about the baby.
Was a Rolling Stone type man. Let's get into this.
In the text that had been released, Aisha tells Anthony that, hey, I'm pregnant. I want to tell you in person, but I don't know what happened. Basically, he was probably ducking her, and she's like, we should have probably kept it cordial, but here we are. The man texted her back and said, okay, LOL, an abortion, LOL. Oh, about 2 weeks later, she texted him and she asked him, do you hate me?
But yet, when it's a female, girl, You're empowered, girl. Go have that abortion. I don't get that. I don't get it. Like, that's... I don't get it, but I do. Another clear double standard.
He texts her back, and I'm assuming it was auto-corrected because it says HE''S. He then texts again and says, because you're bringing a child into this world that's going to be without a father. Which she basically replies, like, I'm not asking you to be with me in any way, shape, or form. If you want to be a complete ghost to your seed, that's up to you. You're going to have to take that up with a higher power. He basically replies and tells her that she's sick. Next couple of texts, she says, maybe there's a lesson in this for us all to learn. Maybe if there's a lesson for you to learn. He texts her back and said, I'm not trying to learn a lesson. Now, I keep hearing online that Aisha is 38 years old. We know for a fact that Anthony Edwards is 23 years old. I already see a huge problem right there. That is not to excuse the fact that he was preparing her to be a single mom and for him to become a...
So, if a man that was 39 did that to a woman that was 23, would you look at it as she was preparing to be a single mom? No, you would look at it as he was preparing her to be a single mom once again. So she was preparing herself to be a single mom. Why don't y'all want to take accountability for anything?
Possible deadbeat. I'm just saying that me, somebody who's also in my 30s, I don't think that I would have any business dealing with in any shape or form somebody who's in their early 20s. I find that to be very weird. In 20 years.
But yet, did y'all catch that? She thinks it's weird for a woman that age to be messing with a guy that age, but yet he was setting her up to be a single mom. Ain't that weird? The way they mind work.
When Anthony Edwards is sitting down for his 30 for 30 interview on ESPN, I want to make sure that people don't forget how he treated his children at birth. Shout out to In Touch Weekly because they're...
Wait a minute. That baby, that baby's a millionaire. That man gave that baby over $1 million. That's bad treatment? I wish she was my daddy. I wish she was my daddy. Don't give me $1 million. It depends on what that woman does with that $1 million. Because watch, when she spends it all up, all these women gonna be right back online talking about he should give her more money. He should give her more money. He should, or if Andy Edwards decide he's gonna go take a DNA test and the baby isn't his, and he says, well, I want my money back, then what are y'all gonna say? Oh, that's messed up. That's messed up. You were prepared to take care of that baby. You might as well let her keep the... Man, come on, man.
giving us an update on Anthony Edwards and Aisha Howard's paternity case. In Touch Weekly is stating that Anthony Edwards' attorneys had scored a big win in their motion filed in the Los Angeles County Clerk of Courts. Now, the court granted a motion brought by Anthony where he had argued that California was the wrong state to determine child support for their daughter, Aubrey Howard, who was born in October of 2024. Just for reference, the reason why that motion was filed in the state of California is because California doesn't have a cap on child support, but states like Georgia do. So if Aisha would have been able to retain her case in California, would there be
a vindictive woman? Yeah. But everybody keep wanting to blame Anthony Edwards. Why do y'all keep wanting to blame Anthony Edwards? She tried to move out there for a bag. She's having that baby for a bag. For a bag. But yet y'all don't see no wrongdoing in the woman's doing. Man, that's crazy, man. That's here y'all go with the delusional stuff again. Just delusional.
no cap on how much child support she could get for that child. Now, Anthony alleged that Aisha lived in Georgia despite her claim in court that she moved to California before giving birth to Aubrey. Aubrey was born in California, and Anthony claimed that Aisha delivered the child in LA and filed her case in California in an attempt to score higher child support from him. And Anthony's lawyers argued that what she had done was unjustifiable and a bad faith attempt to obtain a higher child support order. Aisha's conduct of manufacturing a false reality and using the party's child for financial gains should not be tolerated. The judge ruled that California lacked jurisdiction regarding child support, which means the decision will likely go to the judge presiding over Anthony's case in Georgia. Anthony wrote in his declaration to the judge that Aisha and I have one minor child together, Aubrey Howard. Paternity was recently established through DNA testing. I am not seeking custody or visitation of Aubrey. Therefore, the only issue to resolve.
Okay, so custody, I'm glad they did that. I'm glad they did that because there's a lot of men out here paying for children that's not theirs. So at least they did the DNA test. I wasn't for sure if they did or not, but now I know.
Is financial in nature. It's just so hard here, just reading it. Like, I know it's a court case, but it's hard reading it because it's like these are real people. Like Aubrey Howard, his daughter is a real person. And when his daughter gets older, she's going to read those court documents hearing that her father wanted absolutely no visitation or...
Hold on. Let me see what you say first.
Any custody of her at all. And I understand that people are going to come into the comment section saying, well, that's the mom's fault. He told her he didn't want a child, and he told her that that child would be fatherless, and she continued on with having that child.
A lot of you girls think you need child support, but you really need to be arrested for child endangerments, child neglect, because you knew that man didn't...
Man, they put this girl back in her. Huh. Oh, Lord.
You knew that man didn't want that baby. You knew that man was a narcissist. And you had... So you telling me you want...
Y'all, please. Look, I know women are not that dumbfounded. They have encyclopedias that have matter of fact, you can Google it on your phone. A narcissist is one who thinks highly of themselves. Learn what words are and the meanings of them before you put them in sentences and they don't make sense. I mean, he could have been thinking highly of himself, but if he was thinking highly of himself, because me, if I was thinking highly of myself, I'd have been trying to get out of paying any money. I'm too good to pay that money. I already gave her money to go abort the baby, and then she wanted to have the baby anyway. And then, like, she moves out here to try to, man, I'd have tried to get out of all that if I was being a narcissist. All of it. I don't want to pay nothing. I'm too good to pay anything. If I was a narcissist?
your child to have a father that's a narcissist? And you love your baby? I don't even know what narcissists mean, but maybe...
Oh my goodness. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Can't make this up.
You the narcissist, sis, because you want a baby more than you want to be good to that baby. You think a baby is an aesthetic?
Oh, she got intelligent for a second. I ain't gonna say intelligent. I'm gonna say smart. She got smart for a fraction of a second.
You think a baby is a companion best friend? No. You're supposed to do what's best for that child, and you can't if you picking the wrong baby daddy. And then the girls...
Oh, Lord. She picked that man for a bag. For a bag. This girl right here, she seemed like she just upset that she didn't think about it first. That she's not getting the bag. That's what it seems like. It seems like she's upset because she's not getting the bag. Don't it?
To say, oh, I don't even need him. I'll take care of my baby myself. Are you thinking about the abandonment issues this child is going to grow up with? The trauma that you are going to cause? You traumatized yourself. That's why you even said some stupid shit like that. Yes, he chose to come in you, but you chose to keep it. You could have said, put on a condom. I know that I date niggas that ain't shit. I can do that to myself, but I would never give my child an ain't shit daddy and act like he's the problem.
There she goes again, man. Like, she would never mess with a nothing and give her baby a daddy that's nothing. But she know that she messes with nothings. Men that are nothing. So if you get pregnant, what did you do? Like, oh my goodness, man. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself talk. Or write it down. Do like Eminem said. Here's a pen and a piece of paper. Go write it down and make it suspenseful. Don't come back to something dope hit you.
Anthony Edwards, he decided to petition the court and let the court know, yes, it is confirmed that I am the father of this child. I'll pay child support, but I will not do any type of visitation. I don't want to see this child at all. I don't want to be in the life, and I need the court to help me enforce this. And no, I'm not talking about this baby right here. The reason why this is coming up is because he just recently celebrated the birthday of his beautiful...
He didn't make the... That woman did that for a bag. That woman took him into the court. That woman did that. That woman got him into the court system. That woman tried to screw him over for a bag. Hey, the men won one. The men actually won one. Cheat code. Thank you, Anthony Edwards.
Daughter, and he has other children that are out there floating around, and he's trying to get the court to really have him be like an official deadbeat. I've never heard of this before. Anthony.
And see, look, here this deadbeat goes again. Here the deadbeat things go. Deadbeats don't pay for their children. So the court system takes money out of their check and gives the baby mama because they're deadbeats and they don't want to pay for their children. He trying to pay for it. He just want to do it up front. If he didn't do it up front, if he did it month to month, would y'all still call him a deadbeat? If he paid her month to month and this had never got online, would y'all still call him a deadbeat? Or y'all just calling him a deadbeat because he don't want to beat her? Well, in that case, she's a deadbeat mom too, because he told her from the jump. He told her from the jump, I don't want nothing to do with you or this baby. Here, take this money and go have an abortion. And because this woman wanted a bag, man.
Edwards petitioning the court to legally be a deadbeat is so... He may have just unlocked something. Petitioning the court and saying, let's make sure this is my baby, I want to do a DNA test, but okay, that's my baby, I don't want to see it nor hear from it. Here's your child support check. I feel he may have unlocked something. These niggas gonna start doing y'all in. Hold on.
He did. Ching ching. He unlocked something, man. That one up. Extra man, too. Mario and Luigi.
It's not funny. It's not funny because I do feel like everybody should be raising their kids, but like, if I didn't even know you could legally abandon your kids. He said, okay, that's fine, sign that paperwork for me.
Like, when he said, I hate you because you bringing a baby into the world who's not gonna have no dad, he fucking meant that. He meant the fuck out of that.
Well, he told her. He told her. And he probably knew all y'all women was gonna get online, and he probably don't care about that either. They don't care about her, and they don't care about y'all talking about him, because he did what he had to do.
What you mean to me, what you said was a person, it would be Anthony Edwards. He fucking meant that shit.
Smart move. That man right there can. You do what?
And good thing he said he will be making those child support payments and taking care of the child financially, at least. But I do hope he changes his mind later about not having the child in his life. It's like, come on, man, life is hard enough. That child didn't ask to be here. At least try to have a relationship with your daughter. Hopefully he's just capping about the part of not being in the child's life, and he's really just upset with this woman for exposing and embarrassing him, because now he's in a situation where he needs to have this little girl in his life, because everybody's gonna be watching to see if he does. And he can believe this or not, but it's gonna hurt his brand and star power. He has the potential of being the face of the NBA, even though he say he didn't want to be the face of the NBA. This still will hurt his brand and star power, meaning his money. So hopefully
women ain't gonna be buying jerseys. Women are not gonna be buying Anthony Edwards jerseys, and if they do buy them, it's gonna be because they're gonna be trying to get pregnant by him and do the same thing. Men are gonna buy jerseys, and I don't think it's gonna hurt his money. I don't think it's gonna hurt his money at all. Like, me as a man, I think, like I said, cheat code. Cheat code. He did what he had to do. I don't think he's a deadbeat. He paid for his mistake. He paid for that woman to take care of his child. He paid for it. So how is that a deadbeat?
this young man will have a change of heart later.
What is with these athletes just smashing baby mama? Like, you can't be smashing like no. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'll be smashing some. If I was in his shoes, I'll be smashing some of these college girls from the senior years. Like, come on, bro. Like, dang, you can't go to LSU, Georgia. Like, God, HBCU. Like, God, you gotta smash these baby mamas, these recycled plastic baby mamas, these BBL demons, my nigga. Like, come on, bro.
You know that shit was low key kind of funny. The whole situation.
That made me think, man. Like, y'all know them BBLs stink, don't you? They said them BBLs stink. You say they be having rotten flesh and them things stink. I probably wouldn't even have laid down with her, man. Ooh.
Really wasn't funny because it's like, come on, dude, tie it up. My whole thing is somebody got to be in these NBA players' ears telling them, like, hey, stop messing with these certain type of demographic of women. And with the ones I'm talking about, the BBL bandits and older women. I've seen too many stories of these young NBA stars get with these older women. They have a kid with them, break it off, and they put them on this big-ass child support.
Oh, no. Such a shocker. The same man that told you he did not want a baby by you. And y'all already know how I feel about deadbeat dads. He's a sorry motherfucker. He needs to get a vasectomy, but clearly he's not. He's a garbage ass father, and we all know this. And this is exactly why I blame.
Man, I still think that, like, the men that are talking like that are simps. I think those men are simps, man, because he paid for his mistake. So, I mean, that'd be just like if a man did a crime. And he went to jail. He did his time. And he got out. And then they tried to try him again for the same crime and put him right back in jail. He paid his dues. He paid his dues, man. Like, deadbeat dads don't want to pay for the child. Don't want to do nothing for the child. Nothing. A deadbeat dad wouldn't want to give that money to that woman for the child. I think, I don't know, man. The women are just delusional. They just want to be on a woman's side. They don't want a woman to have any kind of responsibility or woo. And then the guys, I think the guys are just jealous because either they didn't think of it or they ain't got the money to do it themselves. Like he told this woman, surprise, he told this woman what was up. And now all of a sudden, surprise, like he was playing? That man wasn't playing.
Her more than I blame him. He already had multiple kids by multiple women. And you said, fuck it, I'm gonna have this child for this fucking money. She don't give a fuck about the...
And is he taking care of the other kids? He's got other kids by other women that he's taking care of. So therefore, you know, he's not a deadbeat dad because he's taking care of the other kids. So you gotta, I mean, not only that, he gave her the money to abort it. So why shouldn't you blame her more than him?
Child either. Y'all be like, oh, I'm having this baby for me, so fuck your child, right? Oh, I don't give a fuck if you have enough money to raise your child on your own. I don't give a fuck if you're gonna be the best mother that you can try to be for your child. I'm also not telling you to get an abortion. Your body, your choice. But I'm just saying, your child don't deserve a father. Especially keeping the baby from a motherfucker who said, I'm not gonna be there. Oh, men need to stop having sex with women if they don't want babies. I agree. But then, a lot of y'all not gonna like this. What about all the women who have abortions just because? Do you know how many women out there who have had multiple abortions, not for health reasons, not for any other reason besides the fact that...
When I finally got free, the world was filled with bloodthirsty zombies.
There was over 1 million. 2024. Over 1 million.
I had no choice but to find
other reason besides
over 1 million. There was over 1 million women who had abortions for no reason. And ain't no telling how many daddies wanted them women to keep the child. But her body, her choice. Right?
Is the fact that I just don't want to be a fucking mother.
A lot of women are saying that if a man talked to them how Anthony Edwards talked to Aisha Howard, that they would never keep the baby. And I want to say the numbers ain't adding up. You know how many women on a daily basis get that text or phone call where it's like, I don't want to be in this baby's life. Get an abortion. I'm not going to be there. I don't like you. And they still have the baby anyway. So for so many people to be in the comments calling her stupid and saying it could never be me, the numbers are just not adding up.
And if a nigga say, don't keep that baby, don't keep it. I do not care. Like, y'all be setting yourself up for lifetime commitments. For what? Baby, that little money you gonna get, that little child support, I just feel like it's not worth it. Because it's more than money. When it comes to a kid, it's more than money. It's more than taking care of financially. You have to be mentally in a space for that. Like, especially after going through postpartum and some more shit. No, baby. Another thing, I don't know why when y'all sneaking around with men that have a girlfriend inhale a wife, why in your right man do you even want to keep the baby? Like, that's just show your worth. I feel like that's just telling other niggas, like, okay, yeah, she's okay with being a sad bitch.
Find one woman, love her, and have families and have babies with her. Do not have kids by multiple women. Listen to me. That shit is overrated. The shit is played out, and it ain't what you think it is. Okay.
I agree with that. I do. I agree with that. One woman, babies with her. Don't mess with none of it. I mean, it's played out. But at the same time, y'all know more women cheat than men, right? Y'all know that it's a lot of men paying for babies that's not theirs, right? That's like that. Should paternity tests be mandatory at birth? Women just can't stand that because they gotta be held accountable for something.
Kids by 5 women, right? I take responsibility for laying down with them, making babies with them, and all that. I take full responsibility. You know what I'm saying? But 3 of them, I regret even knowing. Paid millions and millions and millions of dollars in child support. You know what I'm saying? And still don't see my kids. At 42, my kids in high school and in college. But peep this out. I'm saying this to say, find one woman, love her, have kids with her, and build your family. Because having kids by multiple women can destroy your life. I've been having 3 out of my 5 trying to destroy my life since the beginning of time.
I want to tell all the brothers out there with multiple children, make it your job to make sure that those children are connected beyond you. It takes snake venom to create an antidote. So it's going to take that same man that got us here, it's going to take to lead us out. But ultimately, whatever circumstance these children in, they're here now. Yes, sir. And it's going to take a village of people. And I just like to encourage the sisters who I've seen, because, man, so many black women have been pushed to a place of insecurity and ego that it's a shame. I just want to say, man, just thank you guys for cooperating and collaborating and making sure these children know one another. Thank you guys for the cooperation, collaboration, and make sure these children see each other as siblings. Because, if it's not for that connectivity, we'd be lost. And there are more mothers that do that than not. And I think a lot of times we get caught up in this pornography of pain cycle, where it has to be pain, it has to be argument, and it's almost like pornographic in our nature of wanting that. Like, you can see
I think this goes to show that a lot of single mom households have been created intentionally. Hey, they say a fool and a scammer is born every day. And another thing that was interesting to me to hear was that he was dealing with this particular woman for a long time, like over a year, and he never got her pregnant before. What if she's like Drake's baby mama who, some kind of way got a hold of the condom and end up sneaking some of his DNA and putting it in herself? Because why he never got her pregnant before? Maybe he's too embarrassed to tell everybody that, this woman got his DNA without his permission. What if he thought he got rid of the condom and she found a way to get a hold of it? Let's not act like this woman didn't plan this out. She had this plan the whole time. I don't give a damn how much I dislike the mother. I will be in my child's life. Like, no, I'm not bringing no child into this world, and I have the financial means to help. Man, I'm gonna take care of my child. That's why
I don't see why people still fail to see he paid to not have that child brought into the world. It's okay for women to have abortions. They can make their mind up and have abortions. But when the man says he don't want to be in the baby's life, he can't go have an abortion. But he said that he told her that he did not want to be in her or the baby's life. And then I understand it take more than money to raise a baby, but the moment he found out she was pregnant, he gave her money to take care of that. She didn't. She went on and was vindictive and had the baby. And now he paid again to say, hey, here, I've already tried to get you to get rid of the baby, but you didn't, but here, I'm going to pay for my baby. I'm going to pay for my mistake. That man has paid for his mistakes. Like, and even if he wanted to be in her life, who's to say that that vindictive woman won't keep the baby out of his life anyway and stand back and say, your daddy ain't nothing. He ain't no good. This, that, and the third. Like, come on, people.
I think a lot of men need to be there when the child is born to see that. And I think that's what a lot of these absentee fathers are missing. When you see your child born, you see that little you will work your hands to the bone to make sure that child is taken care of and fed and is good. In my eyes, you're not even a man if you don't take care of a child that's yours on this earth. But anyways, you guys drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this Anthony Edwards situation. For all my NBA fans, do you think it would change the way you look at him on the basketball court? Because this damn show gonna change the way I look at Anthony Edwards. I look at him because I like his game. You guys
hit that subscribe button, guys.
Like the video.
Hit that subscribe button. Give me a like.
In the next one.
See you next time.